think I feel good. How you feeling, Luka?
Thanks for having me, brother.
Are you good?
I'm great, I'm good.
How do you feel?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Nah, thank you for being here. Where were you born?
I was born in São Paulo, Brazil.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a sister. Yeah, younger.
Is she a dancer as well?
Actually, she's been doing a few classes. Yeah.
When was the first time you saw breaking?
I've known like for a while, like because I grew up doing. I was 4 years old when my dad put me in capoeira. It's a Brazilian martial art. So with that, like with doing things with my body and being connected with music, I knew breaking before. But when I fell in love with it was like when I got older. And I remember a big thing in my hood was like the movie The You Got Served. It was huge in the hood, you know, like in my school where I study and stuff. What inspired me the most was when I saw that BC1 was coming to Brazil. And that I saw the first time, like, that's when I knew about the event, like through like a TV channel. So that's when I knew like, oh, wow, that's incredible. Like a world final with the best B-boys, you know. It's just because that's what I saw as for the first contact I had with a one-on-one. I dance and then the other guy dances, you know. Before, because of capoeira, things were similar. So with 6 years old, I was already doing flips, like back flips. I was already like listening to an instrument and expressing myself. That's with the berimbau. That's when we play, and then we play the game. So it's pretty much the same concept, but with dancing, it's just different, you know, because like you have like a guy with capoeira. I play like we play together. But in a dance, I have my moment and then you have your moment. Once I knew kind of how it was and I saw that some things that I was doing was similar, like I could apply what I was doing already. Like let's say a one arm hand hop. I was already doing with two, super easy. And I was, oh wow, so now it's easier for me to learn some moves, you know? And that's when things became easier for me.
When you first started dancing, did you have people in your hood that you were dancing with? I
had my cousin, but it's like, as I said, it was all like we having fun. We're just playing, copying. I remember watching the DVD, like the You Got Served like scenes, you know, and trying to like do what they were doing in my living room with my cousin, stuff like that, you know. And then some friends at school, they were interested. We had a lot of actually flip battles on the concrete. Like even if you were a guy that just did like backflips and I did a backflip, the school would stop to watch like who did the best.
Oh.
And that was a thing already. And then I connected, oh shit, like this shit has been happening with me already, but in a different way. Not with the foundations and stuff, but the beef and the battles were happening before. Like who does the best backflip? Who does the best, like, you know, or a cork? And that was happening in the street. And I was just like 12 years old, 13, you know, in the school, like when they started doing like cool shit, everyone like gather together, wow. And then a guy comes in and goes, oh, I know what you do. And then he starts and the school is watching. So that was me. So but we were influenced by just each other, you know, like friends having fun, kids having fun. And from there, like after that, when I started learning more about it, that's when I started developing like real like skills and understanding about breaking the history, you know.
What was the first crew that you were involved in that was a breaking crew?
Like super young, like when I started, everything I got involved, like it took a year, like but just me by myself training, going to this public spot, like a cultural center by my house. That's when after all these stories with the school and stuff that I got interest, my dad always supported me. So my dad started to search for a place where I could learn more, like around my neighborhood. Because my dad, honestly, like going back, my dad wanted me to be a gymnast, like a gymnastics, like a gymnast. We couldn't find a spot nearby my hood, and then he put me in capoeira, which was like a 10-second like walk from my house to the gym. It was like just a regular gym where they had other arts like capoeira, jiu-jitsu, like fighting stuff. In the beginning, I was doing by myself in the house. That's when he bought me like a BC1 DVD to the 2005 one that we found, like, I don't remember how, like a place that they had the 2005 DVD and my dad gave me as a gift. And so that was my everyday shit, watching that and trying to copy, and then from there I found this place. And then from when I found this place, we had some legends in there, old school, like power heads, and some new generation. And that's where I met the kids that I created this crew. So we got together, we connected. You know, because I was a kid that wanted to learn, I was hungry, and they were also. But they were already dancing before me, so they inspired me, and their specialty was tricks. So they were big in tricks, like air chair stuff, combinations, some abstract style.
What was the name of that crew?
Biohazard. And then that's when I came up with them, like, oh, I love the fact, like, let's create the name Biohazard, you know. And we started like competing And that's when we started to, like, things started for me. That was the first contact with a crew, and with my identity too, you know. It's special to kind of, as I said, not to come to a crew when that crew is already there. It's nice to kind of like build from the beginning,
Right.
you know, and rise with them.
How many crews have you been since then?
From there, it's kind of, we have like a couple other crews kind of like getting together with us, like Bboy All-Stars, which is like Tsunami All-Stars, and that's when I started to integrate myself into Tsunami. We were kind of like the new generation, because we met Kokada, which was like my biggest mentor that he passed
What's his
away.
name?
Kokada.
Kokada.
He's the Tsunami All-Stars.
Okay.
He was like crazy, power, like both sides. Maybe you've seen it. And he was the guy that opened my eyes to, like, of course I had many mentors, but like he was the guy that opened my mind to the international level and how to think as like a next level, like high level B-boy, you know. Long story short, after Kokada passed away, some of the boys that trained with me kind of started to get unmotivated. You know what I mean? So the crew started, all the boys started to kind of get away. Some, like, with life too, nothing happened. It's just like life in general, like you start growing in responsibilities, you know what I mean? And I was still young at the time, so I had more time to train and stuff like that. So I was always motivated. And when he passed away, I kept going. So, and then they started from the crew, the boys started drifting away a little bit, and then I kind of got separate from them, and then that's when I got the invitation to be a part of Tsunami All-Stars. So long story short, that's how it happened.
What was the first battle you did under the Tsunami All-Stars name?
My first battle was in Poland, 2011, Warsaw battle. It was my first international battle as a battle, because we've made it with Bboy All-Stars to the Battle of the Year, the World Finals in 2010. But that wasn't like was some of the Tsunami guys and some of my boys.
Right.
So it was like a mix. But as an international like battle, because we did the showcase at Battle of the Year, but then we didn't go to the top 4. But Warsaw was different because it was straight up battles. So that was my first battle, 2011. I was like 17 years old at the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Since Red Bull was the first event that you saw on a tape when your dad gave you that, was it a DVD or VHS? I'm just curious.
Yeah, first I saw the commercial, like, right? But and
Okay.
then he gave me a DVD.
Oh,
Like
it's a DVD.
Yeah.
Is Red Bull one of your goals to accomplish because it was something that you first saw? Do you see it like that?
Not anymore. Not now. As you get older, you start to understand what is this stuff about. You know what I mean? And then, of course, that was like my main motivation to start, and still it is to this day. Like, I still want to go there, and I've been, but like I still want to go there, and I'm sure that I will be back. But it's not something that it stays in my mind anymore, and it's been years. With me, that's not what it is about. That's not what it's about, and then you learn that with time.
Yeah.
You know, this is just one thing that happens like once a year. So what about my life like before that? So I cannot be based on one competition. Of course, people see as the biggest, and it is. But like, I gotta move forward like with other things in life.
What is one of your goals as a dancer? What do you think is the ultimate goal for you?
I think I tell people like I've been living that kind of that goal already, because I believe we as human beings, we don't have a goal, like a goal that I'm gonna reach, like some dance, like, oh, Luka, like a BC1 champion. But once I reach that goal and I have that bell around me, like, I'm gonna look around, I might be here with you, and you're gonna ask me, what about now? Things keep going. Oh, you won a second one, but what about the 5th one, the 6th? Well, like, what's your goal? When is gonna be a goal for you, like as a dancer? When I reach a company, or when I reach, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels empty to me. A goal for me is honestly to be living how I'm living, and a goal is, as I'm saying, like, that I'm living already, to make a career for me. And then, like, right now I'm a performer, so I make a living doing what I love to do. So like, at my training, I'm not worrying about training and then paying my bills, like, you know what I mean? So that was a goal that I reached already. And then as I'm saying, like, I'm living it. But like, I don't have an ultimate goal, you know, like, that I want to reach, like, oh, that's it, and then that's my goal, and then I'm chilling, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person. I'm always seeking different things. So right now I might tell you what my goal is, but then I might come here tomorrow and then say, Smurf, like, it's a different goal, like, and that's life, you know. My goal is to keep inspiring people, keep doing what I love, keep living from it, and longevity, keep consistent.
Pick up